Good afternoon, although you might be watching this at 2 in the morning, in which case, good morning, and why aren't you asleep? I am here to talk about a film I went to see earlier today. There was not time to hang around in the car park afterwards to review it, so I'm doing it now while it is still fresh in my mind. I still actually have to review Lilo and Stitch that I saw last week. So everything's ended up all higgledy-piggledy, but here we are. If you're new to my channel, please don't expect professionalism or organisation or anything like that. Editing, effects, none of those things. Authentic, heartfelt film reviews? Yes, plenty of those. There is also a dog in the back of the car, just FYI. I mean, it's my dog. I haven't stolen a dog. There is a video in which she appears quite prominently. I can't remember what film I was talking about then. But yeah, I think she's going to keep her head down. So, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about Karate Kid Legends. So I love film and I love cinema. I love going to the cinema. And on Sunday I went to see The Ballad of Wallace Island, and I felt all warm and fuzzy about British cinema and independent cinema, and I love that small beautiful stories still get told. But I also really enjoy proper big Hollywood films, and I like, you know, all sorts of things in between. Welsh horror films, the lot. I say that because a couple of years ago I did actually go to the cinema and watch a Welsh language horror film. The review is on my channel if you can find it. So today was a very different vibe to Sunday's The Ballad of Wallace Island. This was Karate Kid Legends. So as a child of the 80s, I very much grew up on Ralph Macchio as Daniel LaRusso and the lovely Pat Morita as Mr. Miyagi. Was a big part of being a kid in the 80s, was doing wax on, wax off, paint the fence, sand the floor, and all that jazz. So yes, I have a real soft spot for those films. The original trilogy, I saw them a lot as a kid. And I didn't bother with the next Karate Kid starring future two-time Oscar winner Hilary Swank, who also, fun fact, appears in the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie. Did you know that? Along with Ben Affleck. Anyway, I digress. I'm just showing off about the random stuff that I know. So yeah, Hilary Swank made a film with Pat Morita as Mr. Miyagi, which I never bothered with. I think that was 94 maybe. And then in 2010 we had the next Karate Kid starring Jaden Smith, and this time the karate, or rather kung fu legend and teacher master was played by the legendary Jackie Chan. I didn't see that one either. Now we have Karate Kid Legends. And this comes not only after the 2010 film, it also comes after the Netflix series Cobra Kai, which has just been absolutely immense. And I would be lying if I said I didn't absolutely love Cobra Kai. It finished earlier this year. I am a little bit bereft. But yeah, spending time with those characters again and meeting new ones in that world was a lot of fun. So it's not surprising then, I wasn't surprised when I saw this film advertised. What it does is beautifully blend the two worlds of the Karate Kid with Jaden Smith, and the old Karate Kid stuff with Ralph Macchio, while telling, I was going to say a new story. That would be a barefaced lie. It's a story that we know and we've seen 100 times before. However, when you have Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan together, plus young talent, and throwing a bit of Joshua Jackson, because everything benefits from having a bit of Joshua Jackson thrown into it, what you've got is a really enjoyable 85-minute film. Was it about an hour? No, maybe a little bit longer, about an hour 35, so just over an hour and a half. So the story, if you're interested, centers around a young teenage boy called Li, played by Ben Wang. He is living, at the start of the film, he's living in Beijing with his mum, played by Ming Na Wen. She is a doctor, and she is relocating her and him to New York because she's got a new job. We find out very early on that Lee's older brother, Bo, was killed after winning a kung fu tournament. The person that he beat took revenge, and his brother unfortunately died right in front of him. So he's been banned from fighting. It's a fresh start for him and his mother. So they leave Beijing, they leave behind his uncle, who's played by Jackie Chan, and they relocate to New York. And once in New York, he sets about building a new life for himself, trying to find some friends, and he meets a girl called Mia and her lovely dad, Victor, the aforementioned, very handsome, aging beautifully, Joshua Jackson. I really felt like I objectified him there, which isn't fair. He's a good actor. He's just a bonny lad, isn't he? He's a good-looking fella. So Victor, it turns out, is a former boxer. He's now a pizzeria owner. Mia works in the pizzeria with her dad. He owes some money to a dodgy character. And he has decided he's going to get back into the ring to win some money and pay his debts. But after seeing Lee fight off some bad guys, some loan shark hoods, he asks Lee to teach him some basics of kung fu to make him a better boxer. Just go with it. I mean, there's all sorts of plots, numbers going on. It's just, is it predictable? Yeah. Does that mean it's not enjoyable? Absolutely not. It's an absolute joy, this film, and I could not have enjoyed it more. The actual karate legends or kung fu legends that are Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio aren't in it a huge amount, but actually the story between Lee and Mia and Victor and the bad guy, bully guy, stands upon its own, so that actually, you know, you're not relying on the two old pros to turn up and save the film, because the film is absolutely fine on its own. I think the only other thing that's worth mentioning, because I don't need to see anything more about the plot, because there's a tournament and there's a thing and there's a victory, and whose victories are going to be, who knows, but you probably do know, but it doesn't matter because it's really enjoyable and fun. What I have to mention is the fact that Jackie Chan is 71 years old and Ralph Macchio is 63. This is ridiculous information. I mean, the fact that Ralph Macchio is only 8 years younger than Jackie Chan really did make me laugh. But you see both of them fight on screen and they are fit as bloody fiddles. Yes, Ben Wang is fitter because he's 25 years old playing about 17. But they can absolutely hold their own. So you've got training montages, you've got inspirational music, you've got wise men giving advice, you've got teenage romance, you've got bad guys being defeated. It's just a lot of fun. And if you go into this and you come out and you don't like it, there's something wrong with you, or you're in the wrong film. You know, if you're not a fan of Karate Kid and Cobra Kai and Jackie Chan, then don't go and watch it. But if you are, you will have a lovely 90 odd minutes watching a brilliantly made, thoroughly enjoyable, feel-good film. And sometimes that's all a film needs to be. Doesn't need to change the world, it just needs to entertain, and this absolutely did entertain me. Big thumbs up for Karate Kid Legends, check it out. That's it, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this, watch some of my other videos, and if you're not then put off, then please do subscribe and share the channel with your friends. I would love to grow it into something wonderful and big, and yeah, I just love what I do. So thanks for watching. Katie out.